Welcome back to the channel, Living in Aurora. Today I'm going to dig more into a smaller town, Parker, Colorado, that's very popular just south of Aurora on Parker Road. I've talked a few videos on it before. Today we're going to dig into some kind of unique and cool things to do there. 15, probably a little over 15 of them. So a little longer video today, but hope you enjoy. Even if you live in Parker, you may not have experienced or seen some of these things. See you on the other side. Hi, welcome to the channel. We're living in Aurora. Jason Morris with eXp Realty. I've been in the area since 1980, but here to dig into Parker, Colorado, and 15 or more things to make sure you experience, know about if you're moving here, if you live here. Some of these may even be a surprise as we get into our grooves of where we live and may or may not enjoy what's around. So one, as you'll notice on the initial list, a lot of them are parks, type recreation type things. One is the McCabe Meadows. It's actually a great park, great pass, as I've mentioned before, all around really the metro area. All of Colorado Pass are awesome. But McCabe's, we actually got family pictures in here because it's such a great park, great variety. Again, trails, a little pond you get around. You actually can work your way to this Salisbury Park. Kids have played a lot of baseball there. But again, this open space park area is really beautiful. It's a getaway from the hustle and bustle, as with all the parks that we'll go through here today. But this is one that I'm sure every person in Parker has seen this one. Parker Road here is the main thoroughfare. You drive right by it on the south side of Parker. Zoom out here, you can see here's kind of downtown Parker. So it's just to the south of all of that. And we're going to see a few parks here today. One to jump over to a different kind of entertainment type thing, which is really cool to see, is the Jay Moore's studio. It's kind of cool to see him do what he does. Again, right downtown. But he is a pretty cool artist. He's in a cool building here. And it's again neat to see all around Parker, really all of Colorado. But he does all kinds of art in here. But this is definitely a hidden gem within Parker. Just to the south of that is one of my favorite places to eat, Rory's Diner. It's a great local establishment, breakfast, lunch, dinner. They made it through COVID very well. We ate there as soon as they opened. Ate outside, all their stuff. A couple recommendations I have for Rory's Diner is I'm a breakfast person, so their meatloaf omelet or meat lovers omelet is tremendous. Also, their breakfast sliders, highly recommend. They blow away all the breakfast sandwiches around town for sure. But definitely recommend if you haven't been there. If you're coming into town, I'd recommend going there, especially for breakfast, but really any meal of the day is awesome. It's a great place to eat. And also be right downtown. From here, you can walk all of downtown. Parker Symphony. So the Symphony is just to the east here in the Parker's Arts. A great place to go see plays. The Symphony is fantastic. They have obviously different shows, different times of the year, seasonal, but it's Again, a nice little hidden gem for those that don't necessarily experience music theater, that type of thing. It's Parker Art and Cultural Center for the Symphony is fantastic. I highly recommend it. Another cool place to check out on the entertainment list is the Vehicle Vault, which is right here on 20 Mile. Look it up here, but it's cool from there we go, almost there. But it's, the really cool thing here, it's a women-owned business. They have a nice gallery. As you can see, the cars up here, just a sample. Aaron Hutchinson started it 2012, 13, broke ground, finished the development. Worked a few years. They do have storage locations that are for sale around it. I think they've all sold out. Sometimes you can get a resale comes available. I definitely can help you there too if you're looking for vehicle storage. But the cool thing here is the gallery she has set up. If you go to their website, you can see a video she's made, kind of walks through quickly some of the cars there. But it is a cool little afternoon thing to go and check out those cars, kind of relive some memories if you have memories of older cars either you owned or family members owned, or just people you knew, the stories behind it. I'm a car enthusiast as well, so it's a cool place to go and check that stuff out. Get into wineries. A couple wineries, brewers we have here. This one is the Purgatory. Purgatory Wine, a little bit southeast of the Vehicle Vault. Again, right off of Parker Road. As you see, Parker Road is our main thoroughfare. But a winery, they do serve some snacks and things, but it's a great place to pick up some wines as gifts or for yourself. Another entertainment thing just south of this is an airsoft, the FAF airsoft field. Great place for parties, kids' parties, especially birthdays, that type of thing, work events. They have different levels of rifles, as you guess you call them, from the timid to the extreme. I know from experience they can be pretty painful if you don't make sure you wear your layers of clothes to kind of help protect that blow. But it is a pretty cool setup that they have out here. They got 2 fields that you can have your events on. But again, it's actually a really fun place to spend afternoon or weekend some time there. They do a really good job of making sure you have fun and enjoy the time. Then we have Discovery Park. So back to our parks and recreations. This is up by the library. It wouldn't necessarily be your traditional park with. No, this isn't updated, but this will get a better picture of it. But here it is a concrete kind of park. They do have skate rentals there. You can actually skate around the concrete. Parker Library's there, which is a very popular library. I mean, we even go there for meetings here in Southeast Aurora, and I have a library right across the street from me, actually. But they do other type of events here, but it's really a cool little space. But it's not your traditional park, so to speak, from a grass perspective and that type of thing. But plenty of spaces to sit around, have picnics, eat, kind of just enjoy, to relax. It's a pretty good setup. Then we have another brewing place just a little bit down Parker, the Downhill Brewing. Again, off of Parker, Dramsfeld. The Vehicle Vault's right up here. But they also have some food, but really good homebrew type setup. Any type of beer flavors, IPA, stouts, all the different varieties they have. They have seasonal brews as well, but a good little hangout spot to check out afternoons, weekends. Um, you see the hustle and bustle. It's a very, very popular place. I highly recommend, if you haven't been there, to go there. Probably one of the most popular parks in Parker is O'Brien Park. Again, it's right off Main Street here. O'Brien Park right here. So this hosts almost all of um, Parker's events. So one of the biggest events they have here is Parker Days, a weekend in July. The place is packed. Cars park all around in these neighborhoods and everywhere to try to get into the space. Um, but again, it's a great place to be. They have the O'Brien Pool open during the summer, has slides, great place for the kids, family. The softball field, all adult softball plays here. And then they just have the park. They have the basketball hoops, all of that. Kids playground. You can walk around. You see there's a trail all around it. But the great thing is its proximity to all the restaurants and things to do just right downtown. But it's probably the most popular park in Parker by far. Kind of one cool place I checked out the other day, just because I actually was helping somebody rent the space right next door, the Hall of Justice Comics. It's a huge comic store. They got anything and everything you'd ever need in here. And again, it's just north of downtown. So here's where O'Brien Park was, just up here off of Lincoln, another main thoroughfare. Here's the vehicle vault. So again, great location. And I just do a quick plug for the client I got into here for auto body work on your car. It's just next door to the comic book store. But again, a great little place to skate for some time to get back into your childhood. Or if you're into comic books now, it's very well known in Parker. If you're into the comic books, Marvel, all that stuff that has just become more and more popular. Another park is Tallman's Meadow Park. So this one is south as well. So I'll just zoom out so you can see. Here's downtown Parker, that O'Brien Park. So this one's out by Legend High School, one of the Parker high schools in the Douglas County School District. So this one's about a 12-acre park. Again, some paths in here, but a good place to sit. Kids can play on the playground. Soccer games played here. Little League baseball. A restroom facility. But again, good place to hang out. The one thing that's really nice here are the views. The views to the west of the mountains are quite spectacular, especially if you go in the evening for the sunsets. A really good place to sit and hang out for that. The other Aurora Parker High School is Ponderosa down here, down to the south. We'll get down there in a second. But Tallman's, I highly recommend checking that out, especially evenings for the sunsets. Another cool place is fairly recent, maybe 10 years or so. Boondocks. The only one used to be way up north, like 90th, 100th, and I-25 way up north. And they came down and built one down south, right by our Costco in Parker. But it's a cool arcade, food, go-karts outside, putt-putt. Great afternoon place to go. Great place for kids' events, parties, birthday parties, those type of things, get-togethers. Again, good hangout spot. Keep the kids busy while the adults can talk or adults can play. Again, the go-kart track's pretty cool. They do, the carts don't go as fast as I would like them to, but it's definitely a fun place to go. And I would say most people in Parker have checked it out, especially when it was built, something new. Check it out. Now it's definitely a party place, which is awesome to go to. I'll finish up with some last of a few parks. We have Living Wheel. So this one is another one that's not fit your definition of a traditional park. It's right downtown. But the cool thing here is kind of some sculptures and things they have around it. Art. You can walk around 15, 15 minutes at the most, maybe to walk around. But most of that you get slowed down by the stuff to look at. Some of the gardens they have set up. Again, the statues and art. There's a nice piece right in the middle. But it's just a cool little place to kind of get away. It's right in the middle of everything downtown. Go take a moment in the afternoon to go for a walk. It's a great place to go. I would bet majority of the people that live in Parker have never walked around this and checked it out. They've driven by it on Main Street many a times, not knowing that it's a place you can just take 5-10 minutes and relax, check things out, have a nice little stroll without having to go too far. It's a cool little park. And then we'll head south. So these are some cool open spaces down here. So as we pass our McCabe's Park, we get down here as you go south on Parker, have some open space areas, and some people have done a really good job of setting up these parks for everybody's enjoyment. Oops. So these two here, you have Lone Creek Farms. They have a nice little setup here. They've actually redone this area. This map's a little old, but they have a cool little cart path for go-karts to go around. This used to be a little RC racetrack. That's gone. But they have this maze that they do every year. Right now, it's really popular with the fall and Halloween coming up. It's a great place to go. They have this old fire truck at the entrance that you can see that holds flags up and stuff. But they have some nice little events. You can see this is an older picture, but the pumpkin heads that they have there. But they do a really good job of putting on events for people to come and enjoy the time. The other one is more just come and check out for yourself. This opens Hidden Mesa open space. Come walk around. You can park. The real nice thing here is really to bike and to walk there. So if you're into biking, it connects with the major paths that are around here, concrete trails. You can come in and just kind of see the open space and what they have set up. There's restrooms there and things, but it's a cool, again, getaway. As parks are, go spend an afternoon walking around, experiencing, breathing Mother Nature, and enjoy your time there. Last one I want to bring up is the bonus is our Ruters Hess Reservoir open space area. This again, it was built a little while ago. It's just been filling up over the years. They've started opening this up on weekends for reservations to go do your non-motorized watercraft, paddle boards, that type of thing. Friday through Monday, you can reserve time to go out there. They're controlling it a lot. It's the reservoir set up for drinking water, so they don't want people, overusing it. Definitely no motorized. They've actually not even allowing just public swimming yet, but you can get your paddle boards out. Obviously, fall in the water, get back on your paddleboard, and move on. But they have a nice path around here. But one thing I wanted to highlight, if you're into it, so they have this Parker Hess incline. It's a couple miles around. You park in a dirt parking lot. They have this new water treatment facility still being built. They've actually torn up this area too. But they have this cool incline. It's a couple hundred steps, but then the whole loop, I think it's just over 2 miles. But it's a cool thing to get a little workout in. We used to go there. Kids played baseball at this Double Angels Park. It's called something else now, but when we had breaks in between games, it's actually not a far walk, but we would drive over, park, and then walk the incline. But I highly recommend that one. It's a good precursor. well, it's not really even a good precursor, but it's a way, go up and down it 10 times. Then you'll be close to the Manitou incline, which is, over 2,700 steps. If anybody's done that, it's a great challenge. But this is our little local um, way of getting an incline exposure there. It is a good little workout. It's probably don't do more than your 15 steps at home. When you have to do a couple hundred in a row, you do start to breathe, get a little sweat on. But again, it's a great place to go, spend some time, get away. So there you go. There's my items, secrets, hidden gems for Parker, things you need to know. And if you have any questions on that, want to check any of them out, reach out. I'm here to help however you need it. Thanks. Have a good week.